Hey, what's happening, Miami Dolphins fans? Welcome back to the Fins Up Network. Today's NFL Draft player profile preview is actually, I've had a couple of people reach out to me, leaving comments in other videos saying, hey, you need to check this player out. And I'm glad that I did because I've seen a little bit. I had a little bit of a preconceived notion about this player. But the more I've learned, the more I like. But I still have one question. And that player is Jesse Luketa, the linebacker out of Penn State. And my question basically derives from he's played defensive end, he's played linebacker. I want to get into a little bit more of that. But before I get started on Luketa, I just wanted to make a quick announcement. The community page on the YouTube channel has officially gone live. Make sure you're checking that out. I'm going to be posting something there pretty much daily questions, polls, video previews. Make sure you're checking that out. But let's jump into Luketa. You can see the height, the weight, the NFL combine numbers on the scroll there. But Luketa appeared in 46 games while he was at Penn State. He started in 17 of those. And I talked about he played defensive end, he played linebacker, like middle linebacker, especially. So basically the question is, where is he going to fit at the next level? He only recorded a half sack his entire career. His defensive end is likely position? Probably not. He only also had 8 passes defended and just 1 interception during his time as a linebacker. I do have to give him props, though. His one career interception, he housed. It was a one-handed. He picked that thing clean out of the air. Great move, showed off his athleticism, and that's what he is. He's got an athleticism, body type, the way he chases down ball carriers, the way he finishes tackles. You're going to like that. He's good with his feet. He's twitchy. He explodes. He explodes through the ball carrier. There's a lot to like there. He takes on blockers as well. You see him when the collisions with linemen, he's the one that's knocking them back. He plays strong at that 257 pounds, but he'll struggle with change of direction. He doesn't always anticipate plays as well as you'd like to see. There's also, like I said, not really that much there as a pass rusher. It's his go-to move, and then there's no secondary moves. There's nothing after that. Bigger offensive tackles can handle him. So he doesn't really have that going for him. He did have 8.5 tackles for a loss his senior season at Penn State. You can chalk that so much of that up to just his demeanor, his physical, aggressive play style. But he lacks consistency in coverage. So you're really at linebacker. Do you want him on the field in those obvious passing situations? Probably not. He's one of the more interesting prospects that I've been covering so far. Like I said, he's got the high motor that kind of profiles as an edge, but he doesn't excel there. He's got the good athleticism, but he doesn't play great in coverage. He's not this outright thumping linebacker. I like him in certain situations against the run. I would say that's probably his strong suit, but there's more to his game than that. He's a good football player, and he can produce at the next level. I just personally struggle to know where. And I'm just using Deion Jordan because he's the low-hanging fruit, but Miami wanted him to put his hand in the ground and be an edge-setting pass rusher, and that's probably not how Deion Jordan should have been used. So going back to Luketa, you need to find a team that's going to be able to maximize his skill set at this next level. Find out where he's best and hone in on that craft. Talk about NFL mock draft database, where they project him going. The compilations of mocks that they've collected have him as a 5th rounder, 160 overall. As we know, Miami has a 3rd, a 4th, and 2 7s. So we'll wrap this up talking about that potential fit with the Dolphins. And one thing I think he can do to capitalize on his athleticism is just play in a blitz-heavy scheme where he can rush freely up the middle and get home. He's got the burst. He's got the athleticism. He's got that demeanor to do so. That's something that bodes well if he were to go to the Dolphins. Twitched up, high motor, perfect for that role, along with all the other blitzers Miami will send. He's got the power to play against the run. Like I said, takes on blocks well, hits with force. But the question is, is that where he's capped? Is he a glorified Elandon Roberts? And that's where I start questioning myself. I just don't know exactly where he fits in. I see him contributing on special teams right away, regardless of where he goes. Lots of special teams reps while he was at Penn State. But it may be a bit before the team that drafts him just kind of finds his role at the next level. I would say that there are probably other linebackers I'd rather have than Luketa. The majority of those guys that I have in mind are going to be off the board by that time. Your Leo Chanel's, your Chad Mumas, your Troy Andersons. But That's what we've got for Luketa today. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts as well. Like I said, I know a lot of the viewers already were commenting on Luketa. There was their recommendation to check out a little bit more film on him and give a breakdown. But I'd like to hear your thoughts as well after you take a second to do a little bit more research into him. But that's what I've got. Go ahead, keep liking the video, subscribe if you have not already, leave your comments, check out that community page as well. We'll be posting there pretty much daily. But until then, next time, Dolphins fans, have a good one.